while we are all in this world together, I sometimes want to ask if there is another world or another thing existing that we don't know. Because I don't understand why there are hundreds and thousands of organizations, hundreds and thousands of organizations in the name of women's protection, women's guide, girls' child, girls this, girls that, women this, women that. Huh? In this same world where men are dying for women, where men literally risk their life for women, where men are paying their bills, where men are laying their lives down, where men go to valleys for these people, where men provide and are still ignored, where men are paying for love, where men are dying for the sake of these women, where men, risk their life, even some have to fight for women and in the process die for it. That is in the same world where these women are busy clamoring for a women's world. Like I asked in the other video, I wonder how that women's world would be like if men are all going through this, killing themselves, dying for them, hustling, toiling, and doing everything in the name of the women. Oh, and the same women are clamoring, fighting, agitating for a women's, you know, I don't know how to put it, women's world, because they said this is men's world. Then I ask, if this is men's world, how then will the women's world be?
WOMEN.
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 I think in that world, men have to die, come back to life, die again, come back to life, then die again, maybe up to 3, 4 times before it can look like a woman's world. Yeah, there are thousands of organizations in women's program, women's support program, women protection program, women this, women that. None of them, not one is for men, not even one. You see for boys, for boys, all is girls protection, women this. Yet behind the curtain, it is these women who are carrying out the atrocities.
What's the capital of Nigeria?
Lagos State.
They are the one carrying out the evil. And each time you want to see a man react, it shows in the public. But when the woman is doing, she hides behind the curtain because she believes that there is so much, belief that she is innocent. And they all know that they are not innocent.
What are your fantasies?
I also want like 3 guys, 1 girl, just me and 3 guys
What's the highest number of guys so you don't knock out once?
at once. So 2 guys.
Especially when it comes to rape things, when it comes to rape matters, where these women are going. Just look around you, look around you. It won't take me 10 seconds to show you a naked girl passing where you are and where I am. It won't take 10 seconds. I will just roll out and I will show you a naked girl, a girl who is displaying her nakedness. It won't take me 10 seconds, except a girl never passed. And these people walk about provocatively displaying their bodies. They sexually provoke men all around and yet cry against rape. They cry against sexual harassment, but they are all walking about naked. And all of these thousands of organizations do not have one out of these 1,000 that stand against indecent dressing. I was picturing if this world was so good and they are actually clamoring for something good and something, and their clamor is for, they have good intention for these things they are clamoring. I believe that they must also provide one of these organizations who will stand against indecent dressing among women and fight them the way they are fighting the rape, the way they are fighting the sexual harassment, the way they are fighting the so-called gender violence, which inside the house is actually the women carrying it out. Do you know that if government, as good as they push or present themselves, if these child care people and all these women this and women that, the way they claim to love these women or try to protect it, if truly they are this good and with this good intention, I believe one of these organizations will stand out to stand against indecent dressing, and one will even push the government to create a program whereby any lady who reaches the ages of maybe at least 20, 25, within that range, and in fact 25, and you're able to clock so that it will be difficult, so that it will be strong, and you're able to reach 25, yet you are a virgin. They will create a kind of package that will be so attractive for the rest of the girls to keep themselves. I don't know if you get me. A program that when they create it, maybe they'll have something like, okay, $10,000 to be won, scholarship throughout the university, masters, PhD, and everything. And then they will create maybe forever home, a home for the girl or for the parents who trained her, and they will create, create a lot of attractive things. And this thing will not cost how much? You know how many billions that are allocated to these organizations that these organizations receive from international organizations. You know, if you take one of the monies and encourage, put it as a stake that any girl who crosses the age of 25 and still a virgin at the age of 25, that these things will be awarded to her. $100,000, a free home forever, free home, free care for the family, free, and then tell me, just watch and see if these things are positioned and see whether girls on their own would not be encouraged to keep themselves this pure, to keep their virginity this way. But no, you will never think about that. You rather allow them, they go naked, they go for prostitutions, and then you come out behind to fight against the rape, fight against sexual harassment. That means it looks like it's like a trap you set and you want to catch. Hmm. You see, and you also know that without this nakedness, most of these women wouldn't be in a home. Most of these women won't find a home to stay with a man. Most of them won't. And most of them will be useless outside the streets. They would rather be the ones you are seeing hovering around the street and not the men. But because of the nakedness, you know that the nakedness will trigger a man to even make heavenly and unheavenly promises. And then you kept it like a trap for men. You will not see one of these organizations standing and speaking openly against indecent dressing, but you see all of them flow out to do what? To catch one man who did rape. Wow. Can you check the mathematics and see that it's actually a trap? It's not for your good. It's not even for the good of the girl, because they have made you to be a weapon against the same men who will feed you. That's why you can see a lot of men in the prison. And why they lavish in those prisons? How many of them will now come out to feed those women? And then you can now see the scarcity of men. And aside the scarcity of men, you can now see that a number of ladies are now unmarried and will remain unmarried though. They will remain unmarried. There's no mathematics you're going to do it, except the few men that remain keep marrying more than 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wives. That is only when the other women will come inside the home. Otherwise, they'll have to go and be on their own. Yes, it's not going to be a magic. The arithmetic has already been done. So who is losing? The women. But you thought you're doing it for the risk and like a trap for men.